The runners go on the 3-2 to Winfield. Down the line, a base hit. Into the left field corner. White has scored. Alomar comes around. The ball gets away from Gant. It's a 2-run double for Dave Winfield. And a 4-2 Toronto lead.
This is the first extra base hit of the World Series ever for Dave Winfield. Boy, did he save the right time to get it.
I'm here with Blue Jays legend, Baseball Hall of Famer Dave Winfield. Dave, you were part of the 1992 World Series team in Toronto. What made Cito Gaston a special manager?
What made him a special manager? Well, for anybody that played baseball, if you couldn't play for him, I think something's wrong with you. He was quiet, but he was firm, and he set the tone for what we wanted to try to accomplish. And for those who don't know, actually, we were roommates when I first started baseball. He was in San Diego, and I just came on, wide-eyed kid, shut my mouth, listened to guys like him, gave me some solid advice, and so we've been friends all over the years. So when I had the opportunity to come up there and play for him, man, 20 years after we played together, started in baseball, it was a great thing. You put it all together, great city, 4 million people came out, first world championship. Shoot, I tell people down here, south of the border, I say, I don't even need a passport to go up to Canada. We're good friends,
Anytime you want a meal in Toronto, it should be paid for. Anytime you want a drink at a bar, it should be paid for.
I hear you. But no, my wife and I enjoyed the heck out of that 1992 year. And every time I've been back, it's been nothing but good.
Roberto Alomar went into the Hall of Fame. Is he the best player that you think has come through Toronto? He was just such a special guy out there on the field.
Man, there were some great players. Really. Roberto did everything. He really did. He could run, field, hit, throw, and have fun on the field, and with some style. And it was just a pleasure playing alongside of him. But, we had guys that just came, I won't say out of nowhere, and played well. Joe Carter was a great player and still is a big part of the Blue Jay organization.
Let me tell you something about Joe Carter.
Okay.
I actually spoke to him a couple of weeks ago on the phone. He was at the Tahoe Golf Tournament, the American Century Tournament.
He's good.
And I told him, Joe, we don't have any sports statues in Toronto. We need a sports statue outside Rogers Center, the Sky Dome up there in Toronto. I think it needs to be a Joe Carter statue of his pose from the 1993 World Series hitting that home run. Would Dave Winfield endorse a Joe Carter statue?
Well, I got something better. Joe, that's the iconic picture they'll always remember. But you know what they should do? They should put a statue with all the guys from that 92 team. And that's what it was all about.
The first team ever.
That's right. That's what we ought to do.
You were a 3-sport star. Mm-hmm. You could have played professional in multiple sports. Mm-hmm. That's so hard to do for kids nowadays. Why do you think that is?
The people don't let them play multiple sports. It's not a good thing because they guide kids into one sport when they're early. You never know if he's going to turn out to be any good. Everybody thinks they're going to grow. Everybody thinks they'll be faster. Everybody thinks they'll be stronger. Everybody thinks that they're coordinated to play a certain sport, if they put them in soccer or football or basketball. What if the kid doesn't grow? What if he doesn't get any faster? And then they've never played the other sport and it's too late. So I think that you should just allow them to do a lot of things early and later on focus on one sport because that's just the way it is. You never know what you're going to be.
Should Jack Morris, your former teammate, be in the Hall of Fame? He was the winningest pitcher in the 80s, right?
Let's put it this way. I hope he makes it. Jack was a fierce competitor, and I know he's borderline. I think that I'd like to see him make it. Of course, he's a Minnesota guy, too. We grew up a mile from each other. He was younger than me, but Minnesota must be something in the water. Same with Paul Molitor.
One thing I'll always remember, if you'll all turn around, right above the Jumbotron, unveil. That was a legendary quote.
Oh, yeah.
Winfield wants noise. I'll finally ask about Winfield wants noise because that was in the World Series video. How did that happen?
We're coming to the playoffs, and the ballpark was seemingly, they would be silent until we undertook some action and scored some runs. But I said in the playoffs, instead of a level playing field, we need a home field advantage. And that's where we need noise before it happens. So we started to do that, and it worked. And that's the story. And I appreciate you talking to me.
Mr. Winfield, it was a pleasure. You were a big part of my childhood. Thank you for what you did for the city of Toronto.
You got it, my man.
Mike Timlin saved only one game this year. He has only 4 Major League saves. Now he's on to save the biggest win in Toronto Blue Jay history. With a tying run at third and 2 down in the bottom of the 11th. 4-3 Blue Jays. John Smoltz, the pinch runner at third. Timlin. Nixon bunts. Timlin on it. Throws to first. For the first time in history, the World Championship banner will fly north of the border. The Toronto Blue Jays are baseball's best in 1992.
Let's hear noise. Winfield wants noise. All right. All right. I want to thank everybody. This has been beautiful. We hope to do it again, but I'll leave you with one last thing. If you'll all turn around, right above the Jumbotron, unveil 1992 World Champions, Toronto Blue Jays. Stand up, give them an applause. We want noise. I love you. You're great.